welcome to my channel. I am Hope and this is Life with Hope. If you're new here, welcome, and to my returning subscribers. Hi guys, thank you for staying with me, still being with the fam. And please don't forget to like, comment and share, and also don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell below. It's right there, somewhere this side. It's right there. Like, it doesn't cost a cent to subscribe. Please do support. Your support is very much appreciated. As you can see by today's title, teenage pregnancy, my journey, my truth. Okay, so actually I don't know where to start. I've been battling with filming this clip. I've been fighting with myself. So like, I just figured out, what the heck, maybe somebody might learn from my experience. Maybe somebody might, I don't know. I just felt like filming this part of my life that I've never told anybody, how I felt when I was pregnant at the age of 17 and how it affected me, because I'm seeing a lot of young girls are getting affected and they don't talk because they're scared to say, yo, I I put myself in this situation, my parents didn't tell me to do this, they didn't like send me to go do this, so I have to be strong and just deal with it because I put myself in this situation, right? So that's exactly how I felt. I was 17 when I got pregnant. I was doing grade 10 and this guy was like older than me 1 year. We were dating, cool. So after I found out that I was pregnant, I became a loner. I stopped being with my friends. I just hated being with my friends. I just wanted to be alone because I was very, very angry at myself. Like, I blamed myself. I was always like, how could I be so stupid? Why didn't I go prevent? I should have prevented this. Maybe I wouldn't have been pregnant now. Like, I blame myself a lot. Cranberry juice. I'm drinking cranberry juice. I blame myself a lot. I was very angry. I was very angry at myself, going angry at the person that I was dating. Most of all, I was very, very angry at myself. So like, that made me an angry person for a long time. Now that like I look back, I see with you, I was not okay, because now I compared my now pregnancy when I was 26 last year and my pregnancy when I was 17. Like, when I was 17, I was numb. I didn't feel my child kick, my boy, my firstborn, which is Kamu. I didn't feel him kick. I was like, I didn't pay attention to that I'm pregnant. To me, it was like I was a normal person. I wasn't pregnant. With Butlali, I experienced each and every moment. I felt her kick. Like, I would rub my belly. I would, just say things, talk to her. And with Kamu, I was a child. I didn't know anything, and I didn't wanna be attached to him, because I felt good. See, I'm a child. I'm not a mother. I still felt like I'm a child. I will not be I'm not a mother. It felt like a dream, the longest dream. It felt like a dream. I wouldn't talk to him. I wouldn't touch my baby. I wouldn't refer to him as my child. Even at home, if my mom would ask me how's the child, I'll just brush it up. No, he's okay. In I wouldn't talk about the pregnancy. I wasn't there. I wasn't in the experience, in which I think most of the teenagers who are pregnant experience that, because we are scared to say, yo, to wrap our bellies in front of our parents. Because I'm 17. Remember, if I'm gonna rub my belly, just keep talking to him and saying, my child, my child, my child. Obviously, in my mind, I'm thinking, with you, my parents would think, "Kuti Vele, this is what I wanted, this is what I wanted a child, by the way I'm acting, I'm not regretful in." So that was the part of my reason that I was so numb. I was just, I was just whatever. I didn't, man, like you see, I wasn't like this pregnancy. I wasn't like this pregnancy. I was just, it's whatever, I'm pregnant. So in my mind, if it essentially, I was like, okay, mom, I mean, I don't want a child. When I give birth, you can take him, he's yours. Fine. That was my plan, hence why I was so numb the whole pregnancy. Like, I literally behaved like a not pregnant person. I would wash curtains, I would like do spring cleaning at home alone, because I dropped out of school around August. I think I was 6 months pregnant, because I couldn't cope seeing the dad, because we were in the same class, seeing him after he said he wanted nothing to do with him. So I couldn't cope. So it was like, I'm dropping out of school, I'm doing grade 10, I dropped out, and then most of the time I was at home alone. So when I'm at home alone, I'll usually do spring cleaning, wash blankets, wash curtains, do all those house chores, because that was my way of showing my parents that I'm regretful. I didn't plan for this to happen. Not knowing that I'm hurting myself, because I was bottling my feelings. Whenever I'm done with that, I'll sit down and literally cry the whole day, like blaming myself with, how could I be so stupid? Why didn't I listen in class when they were teaching us about sex? At school they used to teach us about sex, obviously, but as kids, you laugh when it comes to that subject. You just laugh it off, because it's just like awkward talking about sex, right? So that was me. I would always like laugh it off, not listen to class. Like, I was like, I'm never gonna have sex, I'm gonna do it when I'm older. But when I met the father of my child, it happened. And same day I got pregnant. I slept with him once, same day I got pregnant. So like, I always blame myself with, yo, how could I be so stupid? Why didn't I listen in class? Why didn't I go prevent? Why didn't I listen to my mom? Because my mom used to talk about sex a lot. She used to teach us, like, she still does. Like, she used to advise me, because yo, then when the time comes, please make sure you protect her in. But like, I didn't listen, so I blame myself. And also the mom's my baby daddy also asked me when we reta my sampa, why didn't you prevent? Like, you're 17, you're supposed to know those things. So that thing stuck with me. I was like, this is my fault, I have to deal with it, I have to woman up, I have to be strong. So I carried a lot of feelings, like, you know it came to a point where, when my child was born, I remember the 31st of December. He was born on the 1st of December, the 31st of December, so he was 31 days, right? So people are drinking outside, they're having fun, I'm inside, I'm literally carrying him, looking at him, I'm crying. My mom came inside the house, she asked me what's wrong. I was like, look at me, I'm carrying a baby, people are having fun outside, I can't have fun, while the father of the child is outside having the time of his life. I think I had some sort of resentment to my child, no, unknowingly, because I didn't like know, obviously. So like, as the time goes, I didn't feel like I'm a mom, and I still felt like I'm a child. Even when he was 1 year, I was literally see him as my little brother. I didn't see myself as his mother, and this child loved me. He still loves me, like, he gave me love like nobody else. Hence why I was like, okay, let me talk about this, because I know a lot of teenagers go through this. They bottle up feelings, they feel shame, they feel regretful, they feel stupid. Why didn't I prevent this? How could I have been so stupid? How didn't I why did I not like prevent it? So that's why I wanted to experience. So when my child was 2, When my child was 2, I was 19, right? I was doing grade 11, because I had to repeat 2013, my grade 10, because I dropped out 2012 when I was pregnant, right? So, I still didn't feel like I'm a parent. I still didn't feel like I'm a parent, and I had a lot of anger, and I lashed out. I would always fight. I would always get into fights if somebody would like start with me, just a little thing, or just pull my hair. I would literally jump on that person, because I was such an angry person, because I didn't deal with whatever I was feeling when I was pregnant. So I was such an angry person, and I neglected him. I neglected him because I didn't feel like his mother. I felt like his sister. So whenever like I would feel like going, I would go and leave him with my sister or my mother or whoever was in the house. I would just go, not caring like about him, because I felt like I'm a child. I'm a child, should have fun, I should enjoy my life. That's how I felt. I neglected him. Like, guys, it was so bad, because I was such an angry person. And thinking about it now, it doesn't make me happy. I look at him, I look at him, and I say to myself, like, this child loves me, loves me. That behavior went on until he was 4, I think. 2016, I remember I was very rebellious. I went out, I slept out at home, because I felt like I needed to enjoy my life. I didn't care about him. I didn't feel like a mother. I like, even he called me Aussie. He still calls me Aussie, because my sister, my brother, they call me Aussie. So he grew up, they calling me Aussie. So he calls me Aussie. So that even made me feel like better, which, he's not calling me mom, so that means I'm not the mom. This is just NJ. One of them sits in Aswak. That's how I felt until he was like 4, 2016. I started going out, sleeping out, just rebelling, NJ, rebelling, not caring about him. Like, he will literally cry for me. He literally, when I come back the next day, he will like, where were you? In when my parents tried to punish me for like going out, he literally cry. He literally tried to protect me. He would, leave my mom alone. Not saying leave my mom alone. Obviously, you could see through his action. You could see, this is my mother. Leave her alone. He would ask me, am I okay? A 4-year-old child would ask me, he would say, am I okay? In that kind of things. So yeah, man, it was a very difficult journey. Yeah, outside I look like I'm a strong person, I could handle it. That's what I gave to the people, that's what I gave to my parents. That's why I showed my friends and my parents who would see I'm strong, I'm handling everything, I'm coping. Even with schoolwork, I would do my schoolwork, I would do everything. Like, I showed them that I'm coping, while inside I was like damaged. I was out of it. I wasn't, coping well, until when he was 6. That's when I started like feeling good. I'm grown now. Now he's 6, I'm 21. That's what I felt like. He's grown. I'm grown. I'm a mother. And that's when I started accepting him, accepting that I'm a mother, that I'm his mother. And everything that I did revolved around him now. I like everything that I thought of revolved around him. It's not easy being a teenage mom, single teenage mom. It's not easy, still going to school, still having to abide by your parents' rule, still having to raise this child while you are a child yourself. A lot of teenagers go through this and they don't talk about it, and in some stages it causes them to have mental breakdowns and mental illnesses, which as black people we don't take seriously. And I think that if you have a sister who's pregnant and she is 16 or 17, talk to her, ask her. It's not easy talking to somebody about how you feel when you're pregnant, because you're like, I'm young. I cannot tell somebody that I'm happy about this baby. I cannot tell somebody that I'm sad that I'm pregnant. I put myself in that situation. Just be there for them, talk to them, like ask them questions. If it needs to be, take them to therapy. Let them like let out their feelings, because they gonna become angry people, and like we live with a lot of angry people in this world. It's just not easy. And don't be so hard on them, don't be so hard on them. Good, you put yourself in this situation, now you have to deal with it. It's not our problem. Don't be like that, because the minute you are like that is the minute you give them the impression that they cannot come and talk to you about how they feel. They cannot count on you, they cannot tell you things, they cannot tell you how they feel, and they start bottling things up, which is not healthy. Because that's what I did. I didn't talk to anybody. I remember I didn't even go to family gatherings. I didn't meet up with my cousins. I didn't visit any of my family members, because I wanted to be alone with this pregnancy. I wanted to like be by myself, because I blamed myself. I didn't want to be anybody else's baggage, you know, unacceptable morwalo wa motho. And I didn't want people to see this I'm not okay, because the minute I was alone, I'll be like, damn, I'm so stupid. If I did this and that, I wouldn't be in this situation. You know, even when my child was still growing, I would like look at him and be like, is this really my child? You know, it all still felt like a dream, you know, up until recently when he turned 6. That's when I was like, okay, I'm a mother now. I have to accept it, and I dealt with it, and I spoke about it. I spoke about it more. I spoke to my mom, not necessarily about this, not telling her how I felt, just spoke to her, you know, just like had a conversation with her, talked to her about things, and she told me some stuff also. So Nje, please do treat pregnant teenagers with kindness, because we don't get that in the world. We get eyed, we get looks when we walk in the streets. Gutio, she's so young, she's pregnant, why didn't she go prevent? You know, she's so stupid. Don't do that. That hurts us. That yeah, it's just not right. It's just not right, because we're also human. We do make mistakes, you know. We do make mistakes, and we live and we learn by our mistakes. So Nje, be kind to people, be kind to others. Yeah, teenage pregnancy, guys, is a real thing. Look at me saying it's a real thing. Obviously it's a real thing. It's not a bizarre thing anymore. It's not a taboo thing. It's not a shocker anymore, because we see these things happen. You know, just sit down with that person, find out her story, find out how she feels, find out if she's happy, if she's sad, like motivate them, talk to them, because it's not the end of the world. You know, we tend to think, with you now, my mother, it's the end of the world, and we don't go and finish school, we don't do things, we just feel like it is the end of the world, because it feels like that at that moment. At that moment, it feels like my life is over. I don't know what to do anymore. I won't succeed in life anymore, because I'm carrying a person. I brought a person in this world. I have to take care of that person, and my life is over. That's how it feels at that moment. For the best, God will not give you a challenge that He knows that you can overcome. You know, just be strong, be them, be present for your child. You know, don't blame yourself, don't blame the child. The child doesn't know anything. That's how I coped. Like, you know, I could sit here and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, you know. It's just that, you know, it's hard. It's hard being a teen mom. I mean, while you're in school, I feel their pain. I know how they're feeling. As much as we put ourselves in that situation, it's really hard. We do need people to be around us, to talk to us, ask us how we feel, if I'm happy about the child, if I'm not, you know, those things. Just talk to us, make us feel, you know, wanted, make us feel like you care for us, make us feel luguti we are not alone, you know, because most of the time we feel luguti I'm alone now, because your friends, one thing, they'll turn their backs on you. The friend that you thought was your best friend will literally turn her back on you and go gossip about you at school, especially if you're 17 and you're still in school. A lot of people will gossip about you at school because I was a child who stayed indoors. They'll be like, oh, umithe kanjani lo, umithisa amakhabet namafriji. You understand those kind of things? We get those kind of talks at school ukuthi yo mosibo uhlala uhlele endlini umithisa obani amakhabet amachizi amarasheni asefrijini. Like those kind of talks, those talks hurt. They hurt. We are also human beings. As much as I'm staying indoors, I also go outside and try to, you know, the I was saying the friends will turn their backs on you. People who thought loved you will turn their backs on you. They will be the one who going to gossip about you. They'll even tell your indabas outside that you told them not to tell anybody. They'll literally tell. You'll go to school and find out ugcwele esikolweni. Everybody knows. You literally tell one person, you told me I'm pregnant. The next day, the whole school will know you're pregnant. Understand? Such things, they hurt us. They make us feel like I'm stupid, I could have prevented this. So just be nice to people. Just be nice to people in general. Everybody. Do not judge anybody, their situation. You don't know their journey. You don't know where they come from. You don't know what they've been through. Just don't judge, because nobody, you don't want to be judged too. So don't judge anybody, their situation, their anything. Just don't judge them. And guys, please do take mental illness as a real thing. It's real. It's Our artists are gone. Like this past few weeks I haven't been okay because of the passing of Mr. Rick and now DJ Dimples. Like our artist in J, guys. I Something is in the water, Saras. Something is really in the water, and it's not funny anymore. It's not something that we should joke around with. It's really serious. Mental illness is really serious. Even if people don't show good, they are like going through stuff, just be kind to everybody. Don't judge anybody. That's what I wanted to say in this video today. I hope you guys do subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you for listening to my little diary session, because I feel like I'm in a diary session because I've been watching a lot of Big Brother. Been watching a lot of Big Brother. Now I feel like I'm in a diary session. Like I just felt like letting you guys in, because I hardly talk about this. I hardly talk about how I felt when I was pregnant. I hardly talk about how I became such an angry person, because like I would literally fight everybody who steps on my toe, like I still have that. Step on my toe, I will fight you. I fight. I like, not that I like fighting, I will fight you. I'm still dealing with that part of me, that angry part of me. So hence why I was like, hey, today let me let my people in. And yeah, I know I probably mumbled a lot throughout the video, but yeah, it is what it is. It's not easy kind of talking about this stuff. You can plan to talk about it this way, but like when you talk, it's a completely different thing. So yeah, I probably mumbled a lot, but hey, that's what it is. I love you guys. Please do subscribe, like, and comment, and share.